Dear students, in this module, we shall discuss three major properties of action potentials. These are the refractory period, accommodation, and adaptation. Every action potential is followed by a period which is called refractory period. It is the time duration during which another action potential can either never be generated or it is difficult to fire. यानी या तो एक एक्शन पोटेंशियल बिल्कुल शुरू नहीं किया जा सकता या अगर शुरू किया जा सकता है तो डिफिकल्टी के साथ होता है. This is called refractory period. There are two types of refractory periods. One is the absolute refractory period and the second is relative refractory period. The absolute refractory period is the period during which no new action potential can be generated. ऐसा इसलिए होता है कि एक मेम्ब्रेन जिसने अभी एक्शन पोटेंशियल फायर किया है उसमें आयन चैनल्स हैव नॉट रिटर्न्ड बैक टू डीएक्टिवेटेड स्टेट. वो अभी थोड़े से एक्टिव होते हैं, उनको रीएक्टिवेट करना मुमकिन नहीं होता. While the relative refractory period is the period in which the action potentials are difficult to provoke and they require higher thresholds and stronger depolarization to initiate. ऐसा इसलिए होता है कि एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव पीरियड गुजरने के फौरन बाद का जो टाइम है उसमें कुछ मेम्ब्रेन चैनल्स या कुछ चैनल प्रोटीन्स डीएक्टिवेट हो चुकी होती हैं. इसलिए if the more threshold is applied, that can generate another action potential. The significance of refractory period is that the interval between two action potentials cannot be shorter than absolute refractory period. The significance of this is that only a limited number of action potentials can be generated by a nerve cell in a given time. It decreases the fatigue of the nerve fiber. It also permits propagation of discrete impulses and prevents the fusion or summation of impulses. Dear students, another property of action potentials is the property of accommodation. This is a characteristic of excitable membranes. If a neuron is continuously being stimulated by a series of subthreshold depolarizations, there happens a decrease in the excitability of the membrane. As a result, the required threshold to initiate an action potential increases. It happens due to change in the sensitivity of the membrane channels. जिनको मुसलसल अगर सब थ्रेशोल्ड स्टिमुलाई मिलते रहें तो वो इनसेंसिटिव या लेस सेंसिटिव हो जाते हैं और फिर एक्शन पोटेंशियल्स उस थ्रेशोल्ड पर प्रोड्यूस नहीं करते. In addition to accommodation, the excitable membranes also have the property of adaptation. It is defined as the reduction in the frequency of action potentials in a neuron due to a sustained stimulus. अगर एक स्टिमुलस मुसलसल चल रहा है और ख़त्म नहीं हो रहा तो फिर मेम्ब्रेन उसके लिए एक्शन पोटेंशियल जनरेट करना या तो कम कर देती है या बिल्कुल स्टॉप कर देती है. दिस प्रॉपर्टी इज कॉल्ड adaptation. There are two types of adaptations. One is the phasic adaptation, also known as phasic response, and the other is tonic response. In phasic response, The neurons adapt rapidly, and after generating one or two initial action potentials, they stop generating further action potentials. While in tonic response, the neurons adapt slowly. They keep on firing action potentials repetitively, but with reducing frequency. This is a gradual decrease in production of or generation of action potentials.